Hi guys. So I was going through Instagram and I saw a post by Damilola Mike-Bamiloye on his movie Abattoir. And the scene, you remember that scene where, if you watched Abattoir in season 4, I think episode 9, that scene where Martins was in front of Bade and there was a gun to his head, not Bade rather, Commando, and there was a gun to his head, and people, they were there, the guys were there, they wanted to shoot him, but Martins all of a sudden started speaking in tongues. He was scared, but his parents back home were praying for him, and he started speaking in tongues, and somehow Commando saw fire in his eyes, and Commando was like, Martins, what is this? I want this fire, and he stopped. He didn't kill him anymore. And someone posted a comment that, is this thing even real? And people were saying, no, it's real, it's realistic, blah blah blah. And I said, let me share my own story. So some of you probably know that I live in the US, and I remember a particular day where I ordered a ride, Uber to be precise, and my driver was African. And when I entered the car, of course, I smelt something like frankincense, what Yoruba people call turari, in this car. I just ignored. Funniest thing was, a night before, which was on Saturday, that day was on Sunday. A night before, which was on a Saturday night, I remember it was late, I was about to go to bed. I just had in my spirit to start confessing with psalms. I was confessing, some scriptures were coming to my head. I was confessing, I had to search some scriptures and all. And the next day that happened. I don't know, I felt like he wanted to hypnotize me, and he got my number, which I cannot recollect giving him, which means it wasn't normal, and he said he was going to come back to pick me. While in the ride, he asked for my credit card information, my debit card, my account details, and all. I gave him everything. Mind you, I didn't know what I was doing when I was saying all these things. I remembered everything afterwards. But while he dropped me off at first, and I was there, he dropped me off, I knew that something was wrong at first. Do you get? Like, why did I remembered everything that happened. So I was like, what happened? And I remembered, I saw a text coming that, wait for me, I'm coming to pick you at so time. So I was like, Holy Spirit, this, and the Holy Spirit said, I should not fret, I should go. I said, okay. And so while I was in the car, I went in again, then the smell was stronger, the frankincense, whatever. And of course I was scared. And he started driving me. The journey from where I was to my house was like 15 minutes. My dear, 45 minutes we were still in this car. It was going and going. But along the ride, I was praying under my breath and all of a sudden, the Holy Spirit told me to laugh out loud. And I started laughing out loud, and I was saying, and I started laughing out loud, and I was like, hey, you don't know who you're messing with. And I was laughing out loud. And this guy got confused, and he reversed, turned around, and drove me back home. And when he dropped me, I told him, I said, you think I don't know what you were doing? You were trying to kidnap me. And he looked at me and he drove off. You know, God saved me in that situation. It was realistic. It's real, because I can relate. It's real for me. And it taught me that fellowshipping with God is very important. It is what you have in your residue that helps you in times of danger. So if you are messing with Bible study or prayer, please, this is the time for you to know that don't mess with prayers. Prayers are storage. And God is real. God is real. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Even when you are in the valley of shadow of death, God is with you. So God is real.